Hi friends, this is Sarojin here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today the topic I am going to discuss about how we can configure the Fortigate firewall as a DHCP server. So DHCP server works through DORA process which contains discover, offer, request and acknowledgement. So the client will send a DHCP discover as a broadcast to the server, and the server in turn will send an offer packet to the client. So the offer contain all the IP address and the other information to the client. For confirmation, the client will again send a DHCP request as a broadcast to the firewall, which is a DHCP server. So this will send a positive acknowledgement. So this is how the client will get the IP address from the server dynamically. Okay. So in this architecture, first what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure this FortiGate firewall as a DHCP server, and this IP is 192.168.10.1. So this is the server IP which I'm going to assign to port 1. Then I'm going to create a pool of IP address in this particular subnet 192.168.10. Subnet. This is a DHCP pool, so which I'm going to assign. Okay, so first let us go to this FortiGate firewall and let us assign the IP address. This is a default gateway. Then we'll create a pool of IP address which is going to assign to the client. Okay, so this is my DHCP server. There is a FortiGate firewall. So the default username is admin. So it will prompt for the password change. Enter the password. Okay. So now let us go to the corresponding configuration and let us assign this port the default IP, that is 10.1, which is the server IP. Okay. So go to config system interface edit port 1. So this port 1 I'm going to assign the IP address. Let us show the configuration. So the current configuration, the mode is DHCP. So I'm going to assign a static IP as 192.168.10.1. Okay. So set mode static, set IP is 192.168.10.1, 255.255.255.0, and now let us save the configuration. Let us view the configuration. Show system interface port 1. Okay, so this will show the current configuration. The IP is 10.1. This is the gateway, the server IP, and by default already the ping access and the HTTP is allowed already. So let us do a ping. How to ping is execute ping 192.168.10.1. So I'm able to ping the server IP. So now let us create the pool in the particular subnet 192.168.10. Subnet. So what is the command is go to config system DHCP server. Okay, edit 1. There's nothing but an entry. The entry I'm going to give. So now I'm going to add a gateway. Set default gateway. So this gateway is nothing but the server IP 192.168.10.1. Then I'm going to assign a mask. So the mask is nothing but a 24-bit mask, right? So set net mask 255.255.255.0. Then I have to assign a port. Okay, so this particular pool I'm going to assign to this particular port, port 1. So we have to specify the port. Okay, set interface port 1. Okay, so now we are done with the configuration. So now the last thing is pending is we have to create the pool of IP address in this subnet range. Okay, so I have to give the start IP and the end IP for this corresponding pool. Within that pool it will assign the or it will lease the IP to the client. Okay, so for that go to config IP range edit. So it will give the ID. So let us click 1. Now I'm going to give the start and the end IP. Okay, set start IP is, let us start it from 10.2 to 10.100. Okay, so because 10.1 we already assigned this IP to the gateway, so let us give 192.168.10.2, and the end IP will be 10.100, 192.168.10.100. So we have done with the configuration. So what are things we have done is, first we have assigned the gateway or the server IP, then we have created the pool with the IP range 10.2 to 10.100, and also this mask and the other things is for configuring to this corresponding port, right? Mapping to this particular port, because this particular port I'm going to configure as a DHCP server. So it is mandatory to set this, set net mask and set the interface port 1. So now let us save the configuration. Okay, so how to view the configuration is show system DHCP server. So this will show the configuration. So set default gateway, server IP, mask, and the corresponding port. Then we have to give the IP range. So these are the things, mandatory things we have to give for DHCP server. So now I'm going to the client end and I'm going to issue the command IP DHCP. So now let us see whether the client is getting the IP address from the server dynamically. Okay, so let us go to the client now, right click, console, putty, and let us issue the command IP DHCP. So IP DHCP. So now through the DORA process, it should automatically get the IP address from the client. Okay. So now let us see, check. So what is the command to check from the server end is execute, okay, DHCP. Then we have to give the lease list. So what is the IP leased from the server to the client? So now the IP leased to the client from the pool is 10.2. Okay, so it's already leased this particular IP to the client. Let us ping the client IP. So 192.168.10.2. So it all leaves the IP. Let us check the client. So it already got the IP. Now let us ping the server IP. 192.168.10.1 and the client is 10.2. Okay, so this is how we can configure this Fortigate firewall as a DHCP server for assigning the IP address to the client dynamically. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day. Thank you.